It's Bigg Vic TV. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. It's Bigg Vic TV. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Give me a thumbs up just for the intro.
What's good, family? It's homie Bigg Vic. We back in the building with another video. Today I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, well, tell you guys exactly what I did to get approved for no money down on a new SUV, Mercedes SUV, for my business, personal and business. So let's start from basically the beginning. Currently, my company, Ventures LLC, which is a big part, well, partially a big part. My business has been established since 2016. So right now, on my Dun & Bradstreet report, I'm showing being in business for 6 years. My trucking company hasn't been in business for 6 years, but my LLC has been established for 6 years. Now, I didn't start building my business credit till maybe a few years after I established my LLC. Kind of just give you guys a scope of what my report looks like for the business. So I currently have 9 trade lines reporting on my Dun & Bradstreet, a mixture of business credit cards, fuel cards, and I think I have like nav.com also reporting on my DNB report, and my Experian, or Equifax, I want to say Experian, and my Experian business report. So those are some of that's basically a scope of what my business credit looks like. And my Dun & Bradstreet right now is at an 80 paydex score, which that's really, really good. That's equivalent to almost about an 800 for personal credit. That's what my business credit profile looks like. 9 reporting on Dun & Bradstreet. I believe I have 6 reporting on my Experian business credit report, and only 1 trade line reported on my Equifax business. Altogether, I have a decent profile. Now, how did I build my business credit profile? Now, because I tried like getting some of the net 30s and the net 10s that is highly recommended on YouTube when you start searching building your business credit without using a personal guarantee, I basically didn't go that route. So I tried those. A lot of those didn't work for me. They wanted me to continuously spend more money on services that I know I was not using. Products, wanted me to purchase products that I know I wasn't going to use. I tried the $50 product or the $100 product that is recommended, and some of them still were like, no, you need to be a customer for a longer period of time. So I kind of just shot that away. Kind of got tired of just trying to apply at that time. So that kind of slowed me down in the beginning process of building my business credit. So I kind of shunned it to the side, and I noticed that the stronger your personal credit is, the faster you can get business credit if you do a personal guarantee. Now, I did personal guarantees on a few of my business credit cards to get my business credit rocking and rolling faster than going the traditional net 30, net 10 route, with no PG. So now, after a while, I was able to apply for cards, business credit cards with no PG. And the cards that I did apply for with the PG was a soft pull. So I didn't get a hard inquiry on those cards. Maybe one card I want to say I did get a hard pull, and that might have been my Amazon Prime business card. So I did get a hard inquiry on that, but over time, it allowed me to accelerate my business credit a lot faster than going the traditional way of building my business credit. So personal guarantee, especially when you have stronger personal credit. When you have stronger personal credit, that's just going to open up so many other doors for you in terms of building business credit, right? So sort of how my process went with buying my vehicle in the business name, right? So basically on all the paper, I went into the dealership and like, hey, I'm looking to purchase a vehicle. I want to put it in the business name. Now, even though I had two options, I had an option to do no personal guarantee or personal guarantee. Now, just giving you guys a heads up, like, so if you go and try this at a dealership, if you are trying to purchase it without a personal guarantee, I know you hear a lot of people say they don't want to do a PG. Well, if you don't want to do a PG, you're going to pay a higher interest rate because it's going to be considered more of a commercial purchase, a commercial vehicle purchase. So when I did a commercial vehicle purchase, which was on my second truck that I purchased, my second box truck, my interest rate for that vehicle was about 11%, which is pretty good for a commercial rate. Now, I PG'd that. I did a personal guarantee on that truck, but that purchase does not show up on my personal credit, right? So here's the difference. When going to a dealership, buying like a standard SUV, it's gonna play out a little differently. And this is something that I just experienced. So I went into the dealership, had an option of doing a PG or no PG. My interest rate was going to be a lot higher with no personal guarantee. So I'm like, cool, I'll do a PG. Now, my PG, because my personal credit is so strong, you know, we're talking 800-ish, you know, and peaking right at 800 on a couple of my other couple of scores. That right there is going to allow you to basically get approved for whatever the best rate is out there. The best rate's going, you're going to be able to get approved with that. And you can tell them you're going to put money down, but 9 times out of 10, most of the banks that are looking to finance you because of the strength of your credit history are not going to worry about you paying any money down. And you're going to get, I was able to get a lower interest rate with the personal guarantee versus no PG. Now, here's the flip side to that coin. If you do a PG, when purchasing from a dealership, and it's not like a commercial truck, and you're doing the PG, now, this is going to report on your personal credit. I really didn't want it to report on my personal credit, but for a lower interest rate, I was like, cool. My plan is to pretty much knock half of that purchase out before the year is out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're starting to deal with debt to income ratio. You know, when you're letting vehicle purchases report on your personal credit. Now you're dealing with DTI. So if I was buying a house, it would be, you know, I probably would have not did the PG and just went with the no, you know, the no PG for just a little bit higher interest. But I still would have knocked that interest down by paying way more on my vehicle than whatever the minimum payment is. That's another way around it. Or I could have put a lump sum down on the vehicle to offset whatever the interest rate was. So that's another way to get around interest. The more money you pay, the less interest you accrue. Remember that. The more money you pay, the less interest you accrue. You know, I tell a lot of people all the time that go out and buy vehicles that don't have really good credit, but you know, you go into a buy here, pay here dealership, and they're hitting you head with 29% interest rate. Most times 27, 29, 30%. Interest rates are ridiculous. But you know, if it's just something to get you from A to B, my suggestion is to put way more money on that payment to knock it out faster. That way you don't have to worry about the interest rate. The more money you put on that vehicle, when it's time to make that payment, the less interest will hit you on the back end. Okay? I was able to purchase it with no money down. I did the PG. Wasn't a super fan of it reporting on my personal credit. I'm not a super fan of that, because I like everything to stay on the business side. But for a lower interest rate, I was like, okay, cool. I did a PG, like I said, I did a PG on my commercial vehicle, which is the box truck. Doesn't report on my personal credit, only reports to my business credit. Only reports to the business credit. So when you're dealing with dealerships, they handle it a little differently. They handle it a little differently than if you were doing a commercial purchase, like for a truck, a commercial vehicle, like with commercial plates and all that other stuff. So I don't have commercial plates on this vehicle. It's still considered a business vehicle, but not on the commercial side, right? So that's something that you guys can think about. Now, here's another advantage of the vehicle that I purchased. So the vehicle that I purchased, is the gross vehicle weight is over 6,000 pounds, which means I can write off up to $25,000 of the purchase price of that vehicle, file that on my taxes. I can write that off. That's a good thing. So that's gonna give me a nice tax advantage. It's gonna give me a nice tax advantage. So my suggestion, like if you're looking to buy a vehicle in your business name, just know if you decide I don't want to do a personal guarantee, go in there clearly and letting them know, like, look, the business is buying this vehicle. I'm not buying this vehicle. My business is buying it. Hey, I don't want to do no personal guarantee. Run my EIN number, which is your business's social number. Run my EIN, my employer identification number. Run that number, and let's do it strictly in the business. So they'll know when you get to the dealership. They'll know. Now, here's something else. Now, so the person that I dealt with at the dealership, I established a relationship with them. Remember, this business is still about establishing relationships. I established a relationship with them, so I'm connected with a bank that will allow you to purchase your vehicle, still put it in the business name. Now, when I filled out the paperwork, I had to write the business name down and then put my name beside as the co-borrower, basically the personal guarantee. That's the co-borrower. And then I had to fill out a personal guarantee form as well. But the bank that I'm dealing with right now for my purchase, the purchase that I made, did this deal with no documents. I didn't have to show any income for the business. I didn't have to send no forms and no paperwork, no docs. Straight off of my signature. That's it. That's it. Now, I know a lot of this is not new. Like, a lot of this is not new. It's probably new for a lot of people that are just starting businesses, that are going from a job to, starting your business. And not everyone knows this information, even though a lot of this information is out there, but sometimes you still will learn things as you go out and you apply it in the real world, as I did. I read a lot of things and seen how to do a lot of this stuff, but when you actually go into a dealership and actually apply the information, you learn things as you go along, as you're actually in action doing this stuff. You definitely can do it. You definitely can buy a vehicle in your business name. Tax purposes, if it's over 6,000 pounds, you get the write-off way more than just putting any vehicle in your business name. Just know that, and you get to write a certain amount of the fuel off that you use for business expenses, depending on how much you use the vehicle for business. Look that up. You'll see it. It'll pop up on Google for you. As I said before, if you don't know what your business credit looks like, or if you're looking to build your business credit profile, you can definitely check out nav.com. Nav.com will see if you have any business credit generated. It will check and see if you have whatever trade lines you may have listed on Dun & Bradstreet, whatever's reporting there. And the DMB number is free, guys. If you go to Dun & Bradstreet directly, they're going to try to sell you another package like 500 something bucks. Some type of quick growth profile, whatever it is, but your Dun & Bradstreet number is completely free. You don't have to pay for that number. just to give you guys a heads up. If you want to grow your business credit faster, guys, I still highly suggest doing a PG on business credit cards that you may be interested. If you guys want me to drop a video with all of my business credit cards that I have, I'll do that video for you guys. If you want to see it, I'll definitely drop that. I pretty much showed all my fuel cards that I use. What else? I believe that's about it. It wasn't super hard. I mean, listen, when you have good business credit, even stronger personal credit, you can go into any dealership and basically get whatever you want. Whatever you want. Not just dealerships, but anywhere you go, anything you want to apply for, anything that you need for your business, anything that you need personally. When your credit is strong, your profile is right, you can get anything you want. If you need funding for your business, you can get that. But what I wouldn't suggest is going out here and getting business cash advances. I would not suggest anybody do that. That's just like going to a payday loan company that you see on every other block. You know why they're there? Because they're making buku bucks off of people that need quick money or next day money, or you know, and you paying on something every week. No sir, no sir. So I got the funding video on the way. I'm working on that video. I definitely will have that video up for you guys. Should be this week coming up. I'm gonna drop that video for people that are still looking for funding for their business. I do have a couple of sources that I can refer you guys to for funding for your business. So you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them down below. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you like this video. I'll see you on the next video. Always hustle, never stop growing. It's the homie Bigg Vic TV. Let's go, let's get it. Let's eat, baby.
On the wrong track, back to the long track. And it's okay to be rich. My mama always told me I was destined for greatness. But my mama also, she told me take care of the kids and everybody around the world that can't fight for it. So it's okay.